up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Famous Chili Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of our platforms, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And I hope you enjoyed the rest of this episode. Guys, we're finally back to in-person.
Back.
I'm so excited. We're missing one of the elements of the Chili pod, which is Nishk, because he's in Denver right now, skiing away on the slopes of the Rockies. But... guys, we're finally in person. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that we're all back together
for 1 week.
1 week, just
for a day.
We're
for a
just
day.
one.
It was really just
It
today.
was today.
How you guys feel about being back? You guys happy?
Well, I've been back for 2 weeks. I had a couple trips in New York, and so I just came back from Ann Arbor.
Jeez.
And it was Diwali, so I stayed, and I'm going back after Thanksgiving. My like stay here is probably gonna be longer than my stay during winter break. So like, honestly,
not surprised.
Not surprised.
Another winter break without Prem.
I mean, like,
no. This week Michigan extended 1 extra week, so I have 3 weeks now.
No way. So more time for us to not see you over winter break.
What's your guys' favorite part about being back? What do you miss the most when you come back home?
I think the main thing, and this is what everyone thinks as well, is the food. You know, so there's a difference between me like going to my kitchen in my apartment and being like, looks like I gotta like make food now, warm up food. Versus like me coming back home and being like, oh, food is on the table and ready for me to eat. Like, my God, there's no better feeling. And then my mom also, when I'm like back home, like pampers me a little bit. So I'm just like, I get like the best food possible. Yeah. In like the week span that I'm back.
How often do you go home?
So lately, it's like not been like as much. I had to come back home pretty often in the beginning because we had to close our pool and install our new pool cover. But other than that, I came home for Diwali once, and then it's just been busy, man. Like, haven't been able to come back as much. But now that we have so technically our break started. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah. So technically our break started today, but I came back on Friday and just like took the extra 2 days.
Got in class?
No, I mean, I went to class. Yeah.
What about you? What's your favorite part about being back?
For me, he said food, but for me it's kind of like the lack of responsibility. Because like you still have to get your work done with school and stuff, but when it comes to like house stuff, laundry, like cleaning, like you gotta clean. But like now, like I live in a house, and when I do the dishes, I have to do the dishes in my house. So like when I come home, and
the dishes here,
I can't. Like I have like anxiety because my mom likes the dishes a certain way. It's like I cannot touch the dishes.
I know what you're
so like I feel anxiety with like dishes in the sink. But like other than that, like a lot cleaner. Like you could be like barefoot everywhere in the house instead of just your room. Like it's just a different vibe. But like also seeing y'all, like seeing the friends, bro. Like I love my friends in college, but seeing you guys back is always a great time because we're here for such a short period of time. But those are the 2 main things for me.
Yeah, I think besides obvious like food, friends, family, dog.
Real.
I don't know. It's got to be seeing everybody, man. But you know what I also like the most, man? Being in Georgia Tech, man, there's no good barbershops around, man. Great Clips.
He just wants everyone to look at his hair.
Great Clips does the job.
There's like no good barbershops around. I swear, bro.
Great Clips. It does the job. It does the job. But there's nothing like the hometown barbershop fade, man. I'm telling you.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Nothing like it.
Our hometown barber's gone. There's no hometown barber.
That's the problem, man. Right now, the hometown barbers they're all sparsely spread out, man.
Yo guys, we just want to take a little break from today's video to thank our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is here to help you buy tickets in the easiest way possible. All you have to do is just download the SeatGeek app, and SeatGeek will help you find affordable tickets to all your favorite events. Maybe you want to go see Lil TJ perform live, or you want to go see Nishk Patel on his Fast and Loose comedy tour. SeatGeek has got you covered. And it's so simple. All you have to do is just download the SeatGeek app and start searching. SeatGeek will filter through hundreds of different tickets to help you find the best deals. And remember, green means good and red means bad. And on top of that, SeatGeek will also let you see the view of your seats before you even purchase them, so you know exactly what you're getting. So if you're interested in getting the best deals on tickets to your favorite events, download the SeatGeek app from the link in our description and use our code FAMOUSCHILI for $20 off your first purchase. Thanks, SeatGeek, and let's get back to the video.
Like
our hometown barber went back to college.
One left, one's tripled his price. Like
he left.
I mean, he went back to college. So.
Where's he?
Really?
He goes to school?
I thought he dropped out to do cutting hair full time.
No, he's going back to college to fulfill his degree. That's why he's not.
Damn it,
Wait,
bro.
where?
Damn.
I don't really know exactly where, but I know he's going back to fulfill.
I feel like it was Rowan, right? He used to cut in their dorms. I feel like, or maybe it was a different school.
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
Wait, is he like young?
Yeah.
He went to our high school. He
He's
graduated like 2-3 years above us.
Oh, Oh.
Yeah. My brother knew him.
Great
Yeah.
guy. Love that
Yeah.
guy. He's
Great
also
barber. Great barber.
Shout out.
I would
Shout out
not
Eddie.
get my haircut.
He
by
doesn't even
anyone else, man.
sponsor us, bro. This is like a free advertisement.
Right now,
Shout out Eddie, man.
my barber is Kevin, in Hoboken. And
Kevin?
funny, ironic, right?
You get your hair cut by a bald guy, man?
Nah. He has a lot of hair, but he does not speak English. That's the thing.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, neither
This
do the
is-
barbers here,
So-
man.
Tom's barbers.
So last time I got a haircut, I told him little off the top, and I wrote it
I
down.
remember that.
And
You
I
wrote it down.
And then I wrote it in Spanish as well on my notes pad, just so he understands that I want to. No, he did not understand at all. He cut off.
Maybe it's like a universal barber thing they're taught at
Yeah,
school.
yeah,
There's no.
yeah.
How does every barber not
Not
understand
knowing
what a
at the
little
top.
off
A
the
little
top
off
means?
top,
A little
yeah.
off the top. Oh, so. Like,
You know what I
what-
think it
what
is?
this, man?
It's hard because when you say like you're cutting a little off the top, because if you think about it, there's like layering to your hair, right? Let's just say like you want your front to be a certain length, but then when you say like a little off the top, you're like the back of your hair can't be like this small when they're like the front of your hair is just like bangs and they're like this long. So they're just proportionally cutting all your hair, which in turn makes because like mostly like this is the hair that you'll look at, right? Like the one in the front. But like then it's like proportional to the shortness in the back.
No, but like shout out
Takes
to my
a
Indian
while.
auntie barber that I used to have. She used to tell me that like you got to go to like a place like I understand like barbers is where we go to because it's the easiest access, but hairstylist is where you should go to get your hair cut.
If you have
'Cause
long
barber-
hair, yeah.
No,
like
'cause
I
barbers-
wouldn't go to a stylist.
No, but no, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you.
What are they gonna style? What are they gonna style? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
there we
'cause,
go.
like-
Get some
'cause, like,
braids.
Yeah,
Get some
get some
braids.
braids in
Barbers
there.
go to like the same type of school where they like kind of damages your hair over a period of time, like because like with skin fades and like the actual like razor part of it, what it does is that like it goes like they go against your pores rather than along with your pores,
Yeah.
so it affects your pores in a bad way and it essentially makes you bald quicker. So like what hairstylists do is I don't know what they do, but I think they go with the pores, and so what that does is it might so they don't do a skin fade first of all, but number two like with a crew cut or something they just make it where it's not injurious to your health and your hair.
But you said fuck that. Let me go to Tom's. And
Exactly.
so you know the benefits and you're
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
No,
I do not get
realistically, like if you have like relatively long hair, you should be going to a salon.
Yeah.
Like even as a man, you should not be going
Yeah.
to a barber. You should
Yeah.
go to a salon because you got to get your hair like layered. You know, because if you want like that,
It's hard to get it like texturized.
exactly. Like if you want like that nice like surfer guy look, like you
Yeah,
need to go to a salon. Like I'm telling you, like Rodrigo at Tom's is like not giving you that surfer look. He is cutting you bald, and we know that for a fact. For a
Give me that
fact.
Jose look, bro.
Jose. Nah, Jose's not that bad though.
That's pretty good.
Oh, no.
Angel.
It's
not
Oh,
bad.
call him out, bro.
Oh.
I'm calling you out because you're that bad, bro.
Bro can't walk into
Arjun's gonna come here and start ranting about that, bro.
Nah, you don't understand, bro. There was like one time where I went to go get my hair cut by him because there was no one else there, and he's like, "Come on, bro, I got
Is
you, I
Angel
got
the guy
you."
with the Bluetooth?
No. That's all. A lot
That's
of
all of
them
them have
have
Bluetooth,
Oh.
but he's like the
Bigger
like
guy,
the little
like
like
leather vest. Usually
yeah,
have
Oh,
on.
in the middle.
Dominican flag.
They're all
on his
Dominican.
thing.
Most, they're all
No, but
Dominican.
he has the flag next to his.
I don't
Maybe
know
he's in the
about that
middle.
much. He's in the middle. Whatever. And so this guy is like, come. Like, I'll get you right. Like, I'm just like, no, like, I'm waiting for him. He's like, oh, but he has like 2 more people waiting. He's like, just come. Like, I'll get it right. I'm just like, all right, cool, bro. Like, just don't, please don't mess me up.
Just
Like,
don't
please.
fuck it up.
Yeah, like, come on. And so he goes, and I should like show him a picture, and I could tell him like, you know, like I want like a mid taper and like a little bit off the top. Again, famous last words. A little bit off the top. My God. So the first thing he does is he starts cutting my top, right? And you usually think that if you're getting a fade,
He
That's
started with the top of your head?
that they're gonna fade, that they're gonna fade first and then blend your top into your
Yeah.
hair. My God, no, bro, no. And he was like using things to like line up my hair and then just cutting it down like this. And at that point, and okay,
Bro's holding back tears, bro.
literally, and you know a barber is bad when they turn you around
Oh
away
my
from
God.
the mirror. But thank God Tom's has mirror on the other
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
But
yeah.
usually you know they're bad when they're like turning you away from the mirror and you can't see what the hell they're doing. So I'm sitting there, he's cutting me. I'm like lollygagging, I'm like dilly-dallying, just like, oh yeah, I'm chilling, you know, like hopefully he doesn't like mess me up too much. Turns me around. My God.
At least you can see. I
Bro
can't
got
see
cat.
without my glasses.
Yeah,
I can't see without my glasses. So when I put on my glasses at the end, I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? Like,
Yeah, no,
I can't
it's
even
bad.
tell him to fix something in between if I see something.
it's like it was bad, but the story's not done.
Yeah.
Right? And so he does that, and it's starting to look like terrible. And like his ass, he's smiling his ass off. Like
He probably thinks it's fire.
he thinks this is like the best cut he's ever given in his entire life. He's like, oh yeah, like he's bumping to his mirror. Like, this is good, right? I'm just like, yeah, not good. And then so he starts. He's like, okay, I'm gonna fade you up, right? And so he takes some type of object and puts it on my head. And then
not like a bowl or something.
Kind of like a bowl.
No, I call cat, bro. No way.
No way he
bro.
took a bowl.
What is he pulling out, bro? I
Swear
went
to
to
God.
Angel. He's not pulling out a bowl for your head.
It's not
bro.
a bowl. It's not a bowl. It's okay, fine. I don't even know what he put.
Put the bowl on his
No. It's not a bowl. He had like a straight object, kind of like cut section my hair off basically, and then he starts like going like up on the line. It's not a comb, by the way.
Okay, I was gonna say
it's like an actual object, and he starts fading. But the thing is, he
He
starts fading from the top instead of the bottom, and I'm just like,
a reverse
he's fading this way, and then he's going down, and so
He gave me a reverse fade one time. That's why.
Fast forward to the end of the cut. I think this is probably the most horrendous cut I've gone of all time. And I'll show you guys because not only did he not fade me, he didn't like fade. He just cut. So it was just skin all the way up to here.
It's
I
a
kid
bowl.
you not.
It's a literal
I have a
bowl.
picture. I'll show you guys. I'll find it while you guys explain like whatever you guys want. But I'll show you. It's the worst haircut ever. And then he has the audacity to ask me, "Hey man, can I take a video of your haircut for my?"
Bro thought he cooked.
Jose always does that with mine.
Damn, they never.
Because he cooks. But like with Angel, like I don't know.
He cooked.
Bro thought he cooked. Oh my god, that's. So
All right, I need you guys to tell me worst haircut you guys have ever gotten. While I find this.
Ooh. Probably, I'm not gonna lie. Probably was when I went to Angel, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad.
That.
We're just like bashing this guy. Man.
No,
like,
he deserves
no,
it.
bro. I feel bad. But
When you guys see my hair, you guys
like okay, the time before I went to college for the first time, before I draft, he gave me that reverse fade. You know, it started off.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
Send that to the group chat so we can put that in. Bro. That is crazy.
Oh my god!
All right, if you guys want to zoom in a little bit right here, this is me getting extraterrestrially destroyed.
That is insane.
Put that in the
Angel. I had to go to school the next day.
See, this is why I just don't. Hats are just.
Bro,
so
you know what
easy,
happened with
man.
mine? You know Legends in
my
Heightstown before it
God.
closed down?
Yeah.
There's a place called Legends, yeah. So this is the first time I ever wanted to get a skin fade. So I went to the guy and I was just like, this is like the first time I got a haircut after ditching the Indian auntie, right? So I go and I'm like, whatever you think is best is what I'll get.
Oh.
Yeah, rookie mistake. And so I went, he cut the entire top off. It was like a little more than that. And a little bit like the taper, like the sideburns were skin fade. Everything else wasn't. All messed up. And I'm like, bro, I'm never getting a skin fade again.
Absolutely.
For another 2 years, I got crew cut. And then I got a skin fade from Jose and I was chilling.
Oh my
When did you have a
God.
crew cut? In high school? You never had a
9th
crew
and
cut.
10th grade, I
What's
did.
a crew cut?
This is a crew cut, pretty much.
No, crew cut is like...
Crew cut is a buzz. A buzz is like the same level pretty much all around. This is a crew cut.
Here, I'll show you what crew cut is, bro.
I thought a crew cut was like a comb over.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I
a
thought.
comb over. Crew cut is more similar to this, where it's like not as short on this. Like a buzz cut would realistically be like this length all the way.
Oh, you're right.
Crew cut is what I have.
No, I didn't get a crew cut. I basically had like a Ronaldo type.
Okay.
And then like...
Bro wants to say it's Ronaldo time.
No, like that, like comb over type.
Oh,
but like no skin fade.
You
No
know.
skin fade.
Oh
though. It was
no,
just, like,
I look like Ronaldo.
I'm basically Ronaldo, you know,
yeah.
basically.
no, that wasn't my worst haircut. I just stuck to that after the haircut.
Oh,
Oh,
poor
okay,
Prem had to look like Ronaldo. Oh,
I can never shine the shoes.
Bro, yeah, but coming back's nice, man. But one thing, I feel like the Indian moms, man, they always have a way of making you feel like shit when you walk through the door, bro. I walk in, I don't know if it's just you guys. I walk in, I turn my jacket, my mom's like, oh, looks so weak, man. I'm like,
That's how you know you got a good cut,
bro,
though. That's how you know you got
no,
a
not the
good
haircut.
cut.
When I came back from school, I come in and
So
she's like,
comes Zora, bro.
so weak. I'm like, oh my god.
No. It's not like saying like for me. It's not like so weak. It's like please eat more. Like no. It's like I'll be eating and she's like please beta please eat.
I think it's
please
just like
eat.
the motherly instinct.
Please
They
eat
just
white
want you to
home,
I don't
man.
even
They
think
want
it's
you to
parents. I think it's like everyone. So like I hosted the Diwali party at my house on Saturday, and like an uncle came, right? And like he's like, oh my god, Prem, like finally, like you came, right? Whatever. Second word, he's like, yeah, man, you gained a lot of weight, man. And he was patting my stomach while saying it. He's like, yeah, man, you
I
gained
love
a lot
those
of
uncles.
weight.
That's so
And I'm
funny.
I'm like, what do I say to that?
You gained so much. You gained so much weight.
No, that's, I was like, wow. He was laughing while saying it too.
You gained so much.
Everyone,
That's what he was doing. I was like, wow, okay.
it's toned down a little bit.
And I was like,
Kinda
like,
blown out
wow,
of
like, okay, like, That's a relationship now, bro. Like,
You
goddamn.
reach a new
It's,
level.
it's actually insane. Like the levels they go to like patronize you.
And they
bro.
think they think that you're being like they're being funny with you.
Yeah, no, not funny at all.
If I'm not the one getting patted, it's pretty funny. Like if I sleep,
Yeah,
I'm
no
getting
shit.
like,
Oh my god, dude! I swear, yeah, we had this Diwali party, and like this auntie that I have not seen in like 2-3 years, like comes up to me, and every time she sees me, she comes and she grabs my cheeks. She's like,
Oh,
"Your
same.
cheeks
That's
used to
like-
be so red and so big, and it's not, but it hurts, bro." Like she's like, "Your cheeks used to be so big and so," but you don't understand. Like when I say every time, I mean every single time. Like she visually saw me, and she had a moment
Oh,
like,
God.
well, I was next to her. She'd be like, "Oh man, this guy's cheeks used to be so big and red."
yeah.
And my
I
mom-
think everybody gets that one. I get that.
Oh
one,
my
yeah.
god, it's sometimes it's like, yo, like I got it the first 7 times, like I get it, like my cheeks were big and red, like what are you gonna do?
Because
About it
I
now?
have chubby cheeks, so I always got that.
I had
Yeah,
I had a
that's
family
embarrassing.
friend who, like the auntie, she like now it's like out of endearment, but like it's just normalized now that she called me like fatty.
Oh, it's like my brother. Like how are you?
Yeah, like tell me
Oh,
like
yeah.
fatty, but like it's like in Gujarati they call it Jadio, which is basically means fatty. So like every time she didn't even say my name anymore, she said Jadio
Yeah,
every time.
yeah,
Deadass? She calls you Jadio?
That's
Yeah.
kind of funny.
That's insane.
It's so, but it's
bro.
like out of endearment now.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
But yeah.
Oh man.
I just think I just feel like it's like funny like the disconnect between like the social like what we consider like socially normal, what they consider socially normal. That's
It's
what I
pretty
think is just
funny.
so funny.
Do you think like we'll be like that when we're their age? Do you think we'll like
Hopefully.
continue it?
Probably.
You don't think so? Do you think it would be like an unconscious decision that it'll just naturally happen, or do you think
Because
we'll,
we've
or do you think
experienced
we'll want
it
to
now.
just like purposefully do that now? Like
we
No.
we ironically do it. They unironically do it. We ironically.
I'm not
do
gonna
it.
lie, I would love to be that uncle who just like goes up and is like, "Oh, you're so fat, man."
No, you.
You know why? You know why? Because if you're labeled as that uncle, you basically have free will to say whatever the hell you want.
That is-
That's the
right?
fun uncle normally.
That's the
yeah,
fun
yeah,
uncle. He
yeah.
can say whatever the hell he wants, and everyone
Yeah.
will just laugh.
It's
about
normally
it.
like the random drunk uncle, you know. It's the drunk
Yeah,
uncle.
the drunk
The
uncle.
yeah.
I don't have a drunk uncle because none of my uncles really drink, to be honest. Never
I have
experienced
friends
a
at
drunk
Michigan who act like drunk uncles. Like one of them literally stands on top of a table with glass goes.
Oh my god. You
It's
know how there's
so
like people who
funny.
have like different types of drunk, like a certain drink will make them act a certain way. They get
Yeah,
uncle drunk.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
they got
funny.
uncle drunk. Uncle's a new
Uncle drunk
category.
at Umish, bro.
Oh my god.
No, we have uncles at UMich who like do keg stands and stuff.
What the fuck?
It's crazy. Like they come to like some of the tailgates and they do like keg
Why?
stand.
Are they like
'Cause
parents of students?
parents of students and stuff,
I was gonna say,
yeah.
that's kind of weird, man.
No, not random
like,
uncles, bro.
Random uncle comes by, man. Like,
No, no, no.
okay.
That's insane.
Yeah.
No, but going back to barbers, like we need to fire them, bro. Like some of these people, like we need to hold them fucking accountable for their actions, bro. Like
mean,
No,
you
no,
chose
you
to go
say
to them.
you say this, no one ever will. Everybody does the same awkward thing. They ask, "Oh, how is it?" You're like, "Oh, it's great, boss, man. Thanks." Like,
Hey,
and
yo,
then you,
I'm telling you.
you're
bro,
like,
you
"Hey,
don't
thanks,
know.
man." You put them and you leave, man, and you
then
pay them, bro.
you
You still pay them.
You pay them, and then you tip them $5. And
Yeah.
you take that shit like a bitch and you leave. bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling
Nobody
you. And
says
then you live
shit.
with it, bro.
Nobody says
You
shit.
live with it.
nah,
I
you
wanna
know
be
who
a-
else who got fired? Fucking
God.
Sam Altman, bro.
But not anymore. He wasn't.
Not
he wasn't
anymore.
fired. He
Not
wasn't fired.
anymore. Not anymore. It was
That's
a
crazy,
failed
though.
coup
Yeah.
attempt, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think honestly, like all this did is really just solidify Sam Altman's position in OpenAI. Like,
And in
if
the tech
anything.
industry as
Yeah.
a
and in
whole.
the tech industry, being is like, because if you think about it, right, it's like OpenAI is a big company, but not that big of a
700
company,
people.
like 700 people. If you are like to the point where you're getting fired from your own company, and the entire company, like almost every single employee, is willing to leave their job for you, that speaks volumes,
Yeah.
volumes about a person you are. And I just think that like the board, like Mira, and it wasn't Greg. I'm pretty sure Greg was kind of like in between, because Greg was the chairman of the board. There was like Mira and like some other. I think it was like Vlad. I forget his exact name. Iliad was the other guy. Both of them are the ones who tried to take over Sam Altman, and those are the ones who like texted him or like tweeted at him like, "Yo, like you're fired, like you're done, like you're done."
Really?
Yeah,
It's crazy to me that
Yeah.
so many people were willing to leave their job, and OpenAI pays bang.
Yeah.
They pay a lot.
Yeah, they do.
for their software engineers, and they're all willing to follow this one guy
There's one
to
guy.
Microsoft.
Well,
You know,
it was also like what I think is like very important, especially in the tech industry, is founder-led companies. When founder-led companies, the founder leaves, the mission, sure, it will continue, but not to the same extent as if
It's gonna be
have to-
different.
But like one thing that I thought was really fun was like social media. Like I saw a post on Bloomberg about it, and the comments were like, "Yeah, it's like Microsoft's gonna hire all 500 of them."
I mean, it's possible.
but the thing is, isn't
I don't know.
OpenAI now like under Microsoft?
No,
not
they're
buying
49%,
them, or-
49%.
So the way it works is that the board, like the way the board structure works is that every investor, every like angel investor, whoever is investing into OpenAI, they don't have a seat at the board, right? So they are just the investors blindly investing with trust into this company, because the board, the ones who make the decisions, are completely separate from the ones who are actually investing, right? And so when the board like decided like, you know, Sam Altman wasn't a good fit because of communication issues, which at first I thought was BS. That's a coup. That's a straight up coup. If you can't give a straight up offer, communication issues, like that is not something you
anything
fire.
that's just communication, you know, is bullshit.
Communication
issues, communication major.
Whoa.
Wow.
Take a shots. But anyways, so the investors, like even like Microsoft and all the other big angel investors, they were like, they were surprised when Altman got fired. You know, they were just like, what the hell's going on? And they were the ones who were vouching at the board.
They took him in.
Yeah, they took him in. They took him in. Microsoft took him in. But they're like vouching, like, yo, like give Sam his position back, because we didn't invest in the board. We invested in Sam Altman. You know, we invested in his vision, right? So if you have this many, you have the investors, you have the employees willing to back Sam Altman. What the hell is the coup? Who do they have to follow in the coup? They're just taking over nothing, because everyone's just going to leave.
It's crazy that this time last year, nobody even knew what this was really. It was like just coming out, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And now OpenAI is like
taking over the world,
it's insane.
Bro. Taking over the world. Taking over my world as well.
It's
I use it all the time.
It's nice to see, like, this time we are the ones who finally get to live through it, because, like, Mark Zuckerberg creating Facebook, we were too young to understand it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But at the time, that was a huge deal. You know, we always missed it. You know, Steve Jobs with the iPhone, like, we were there when it happened, but we were too young to appreciate it. You know, this one we get to live through it and see.
And actually,
so here's the thing.
Would you guys say this is the first like big tech innovation that we're getting to live through, like, and experience firsthand?
Ooh, I have to think. Because if you think about it,
probably the most influential, not the first, not the
what
first.
Would you say is
big.
the first at this level?
I feel like robotics have taken a big leap.
Does that impact you directly? Like, what
not directly, but in a way, it's impacting.
I feel like before ChatGPT, probably like the EV. Tesla.
Oh, but that's also no.
He's not wrong.
Big.
He's not wrong. That was a big
true.
shift,
because now, but very few people even have electric vehicles.
Dude, whoa! First of all,
but compared to the majority,
a lot of states are trying to get 100% EV in the next 5 years. So California,
2030, there's a huge
they are trying to pass legislation to get like 80% EVs on the road. Like they want this to be the primary source of like transportation in the United States. They want to get rid of gas cars, because at the same time right now gas prices are insane, oil prices are insane. Like it's not sustainable compared to like EV. But at the same time, I'm not saying lithium is cheap. Like I'm not saying making those car batteries are cheap. Like those are.
You know what they're doing now? What? Instead of lithium, they're trying to get to like hydrogen.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. There's not enough like material to sustain hydrogen cars and like that many.
Not hydrogen. Hydrogen cells.
Hydrogen fuel. Yeah, hydrogen fuel.
No, hydrogen cells using the EV battery. Like right now, lithium is using the EV battery. Hydrogen cells using the EV battery will make it cheaper and quicker to produce.
Also,
so that
EV battery
lifespan. Longer lifespan. So like, that's a little bit newer. They're still part of the lithium EV battery, but they're trying to.
So if we're talking like in terms of like bigger movements, the EV change was a big movement, but that was specific to an industry. Yeah. This is more like a lifestyle change almost.
I guess you could argue still social media for us, because that is our generation. But I feel like you don't know who was the founder of Instagram.
I don't know.
Exactly. Who was the founder of TikTok? What's his name?
Xi Jinping.
No, are you talking about Xi Jinping?
Wow.
The president?
That was
that was so racist. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Beyond the meatless racism. Meatless racism.
But yeah, no. It's actually okay. So now the question is Sam Altman's, I guess firing, but now he's back, comparable to like Steve Jobs 100%. Getting fired from Apple?
100%. I think it's very comparable.
Because now I feel like the reasons they both got fired were completely different.
Steve Jobs was kind of like an asshole though.
Yeah, he was an asshole, but I guess in this case they're also claiming Sam Altman's also an asshole.
Yeah, but my thing is, I think there are differences in the case that like Steve Jobs came back after like 10 years, I think it was. Yeah. Sam Altman's come back after a day. Yeah. The other thing is, Steve Jobs left, the employees weren't with him.
Exactly. I was just going to say.
And Sam Altman, the employees.
Showing the entire company is standing with this guy.
But I think Apple was bigger. Bigger companies.
But still. Dude, actually, it wasn't even like there was like 500 people willing to leave with Steve Jobs. It was like almost nobody.
Nah, but that's where the difference lies, you know, because like in a smaller company, like you come up together, you're more closely knit.
It's a nice
like, you have the same
environment,
culture, environment. Like people who are working at Apple, like you have thousands and thousands of employees. Like it's hard to even get 500 because people look, because like it's like people are just like following. It's like sheep, you know. Like there's no black sheep in the crowd willing to like move away from like the 1,000 already like willing to stay with Apple versus like one person be like, oh, like if everyone's staying, I'm staying too. No way I want to lose my job. You know, you need there's power in numbers, you know, but it's hard to get numbers in a company that big. Here it was like pretty easy for them to be like, you know.
That's true.
Like,
did you guys like I think last week it was, I saw on last Friday, there's this like TikTok going around of Amazon employees being fired like right before Thanksgiving. 200 Amazon employees
I heard of something about
fired.
Wow.
Single file line fired them.
You're done.
It looked like
go.
it looked like it was mostly like factory workers when I was looking at it, like packaging, and which
God.
is
Not
right
the
before,
blue collar
right before
workers,
the
like,
holidays.
before
Also, you
Thanksgiving.
know, it sucks. But also at the same time, then I looked into it to try to see if I could find some research on it, and then I found something unrelated to it. But Amazon was apparently firing even more people from their Alexa team. You know, like Amazon Alexa.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going completely away from that and focusing everybody on generative AI.
It was a fail.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Just
a
think
fail.
about it.
I don't think Alexa.
I have
I
an
don't think
Echo.
Alexa was a fail.
I don't think I used
But what's
Alexa.
the point? Like I have an
A
Echo
phone.
and like
You already have a phone.
I never used it. Like
I think it was a good like branching into like the Fire Stick and stuff like that, like other like Amazon products. I think it was like a stepping stone for them to be like, oh, like now we can branch
I think
out
Amazon
into things.
Music grew from Alexa. Honestly,
it's a good
that
like
cross-selling-
it's a novelty
Yeah,
item.
yeah.
It's a novelty
Yeah.
item. Like
Yeah,
unless
yeah,
your whole I remember a time when like I thought it was so cool it was coming up and there's some people
the
who would
whole
like
house. Yeah.
power their whole house like
Yeah,
lights on.
people
like,
still do.
that. I think
That's
it's
cool.
useful. That's
I
cool.
think
But
it
most
is used
people
for
don't
home.
have it completely integrated. They just have like a
Yeah.
little thing
And
on
the thing is,
side.
to me,
We have a little thing.
it's easier to me to just hit a light switch than it is to say like, oh, Alexa, or just control it from my phone. Like,
You know, honestly, I thought that as well. But one of my friends, and he is actually on the podcast, Malay, I'm talking about, like he has like the whole house control
Really?
Alexa.
Really?
Like we'll all go into his basement, like we're about to like play pool, you know, hang out, play some games, whatever. And like we're walking down the basement, and he'll just be like, okay, Alexa, turn the lights on. You know, he doesn't have to do anything.
I guess
Right?
it's just because we don't have that. We're not.
Yeah,
used
we're
to
not
it, so
used
we
to it.
think you won't ever
But-
use it.
But I think
Then
what Amazon
again-
failed to do was integrate that with most of their users.
What do you
Sure,
mean?
that might be
No,
hard.
I actually don't think so. A lot of
I think a lot of people
there were a
have
lot
it,
of people
yeah.
bought
You
it,
think so?
but it
pretty cheap.
it failed in like sustainability, like how like it's prolonged, like its longevity, you know,
Well,
of usage.
where does that longevity come from? It comes from the fact that the more people who use it for more things, so the more people that have it in their entire house compared to one device, they're gonna use it more and more.
But the problem is, you know what the problem is? Everything can be controlled through your cell phone now. You know,
Exactly,
you don't
exactly.
need these like
I have
other
my Bluetooth
items.
lights, right? My
Yeah.
LEDs in my room. I'm not getting up.
No,
I don't
you
want
have
an
your
Alexa.
phone.
I have my phone off.
Because your phone is next to you, like
It's
all
all
times of the day. It's
times,
in
and
your
it's so
pocket
easy.
or it's on your desk next to you. Like you can do everything from your phone. Like the same thing for like I don't even know what to say. But most like home for like okay, so Apple has like their own version of like the
I don't even know.
like Apple has like their own version of like the home app, you know, where you can
Yeah,
control like
yeah.
everything, and then like
I don't
there's
think
like
anybody uses that.
no, but like there's like then there's like you can connect a switch to anything. Like I don't know if you guys heard of like Wemo switches as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you can connect like
It's
Wemo
like a
switches.
Bluetooth switch thing, right?
Yeah, it's
So
like
you can-
basically like it's like it'll turn that on, switch on and off,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
open and close a circuit.
Yeah.
But then you know like, it's hard to like use stuff like that because I feel like it just becomes like it just becomes unnecessary. Like you don't need the Alexa. Like sure, when first Black Friday, that I actually went to, like in person like a long time. Me and my dad went, and like I really wanted something because I just wanted like the thought of like you know buying something on Black Friday because I thought it was really cool. And that was like the thing I bought was an Echo Dot, and I played with it for a year. Literally, I abused it.
Yeah.
Have I touched it since? No. Like I brought it to college, just sat in the box. I brought it back home, sat in the box. Like there's no point of me even like plugging it in because I'm never ever gonna use it. Not even as a speaker because there's better speakers.
Yeah. Speaking of Black Friday and Thanksgiving, while we're on it, what are you guys thankful for this year? Everyone, let's go around. What are you thankful for?
Marshalls. I'm so thankful, guys. If you don't know about Marshalls, you need to go. Like yesterday, bro. You need to go to Marshalls.
Yesterday.
Really. Look,
I
bro.
don't think that's how
Like
time
this, I'm wearing this right now. You guys see this right now? Not too bad. It's a nice little jacket. $100 regular price. Just guess how much I got it for. Guess.
How much?
$25
say
at
20.
Marshalls, bro. $25 at Marshalls. I'm telling you, you'll find if you're a person who is Indian, you know, and cheap like me, Marshalls is your place to go to find nice clothing. Better than Ross, better than TJ Maxx. Go to Marshalls.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Wish they can sponsor, but not a sponsor.
Should have asked them at the till, man. Just like at the cash register.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, you got.
I think that lady
some
was
money
into
my way,
me, bro.
man.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
It was a guy.
the lady I was talking to at the dressing room.
Oh yeah.
Give me a little sponsor.
Yeah.
What are you thankful for? Oh wait, hold up.
Yeah, give it. Yeah, what about your actual answer?
Okay,
Yeah.
actually thankful for it's a basic answer. Like I'm thankful for my family. Like it's as simple as that.
Friends.
It is what I'm thankful for. Like I think I'm like pretty simplistic in the sense where like that's like the top of my tier. It's S tier in my life. You know, I don't really care about anything else other than that. And I feel like it's S tier for you guys as well. It's hard to say like what you're thankful for, but if we're talking about like what we're really thankful for, I'm thankful for a top 3 draft pick in the draft next year. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm there with you guys now. I can't say shit about this anymore.
Yeah. Sit down.
Why is he looking at us?
We'll get to it. We'll get to it in a bit. we have to address it, man. This weekend we do have.
Why
that
is he so
game coming
mad?
up, but yeah.
Wait, why is he so mad? Oh my God, it's the shit bowl this weekend.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah.
All right, where you go? What do you think?
Yeah, obviously like the obvious like family, friend, food. You know.
Oh, really grateful for food.
Always
bro.
thankful for food.
Not
I think
our
that's my
cookies,
biggest
though.
one. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, let's talk about this real quick before we continue. So
cookies.
me and Hrishi decided to make some cookies today. You know, and if you don't follow the Famous Chili Instagram, follow it at Famous Chili Pod. We just posted it. This was a mess. We somehow managed to burn the bottom of the cookie, and then the rest of the cookie was still liquid. Someone tell me how that happens.
Y'all are bad cooks, bro.
I don't want to hear shit from you, man.
Yeah,
Y'all are bad
I don't want to hear shit from you.
I guarantee if I was there, that would not have
You're the
happened.
bottom of the cooking tier list. No, because the thing is, you don't understand.
You are bottom of the cooking
You don't
tier list.
understand. Yo, we had verbal confirmation from my sister that everything looked good. The batter,
You know
the
who his sister is, man? She won MasterChef Baker Jr.
What, are you serious?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Continue.
Regardless, my sister's a big baker. We got her like everything. So the thing was, we used like the other oven in like my basement, which we haven't touched in like 7 years, and we knew it was off. We knew it was gonna be bad because even when the oven was closed, the fire alarm was going off. So like something was going wrong. We definitely cooked it, and then we went upstairs and put it in like our oven in our kitchen, and they cooked. The top cooked, but the bottom cooked even more, and they're fully burnt.
Yeah.
Like fully burnt, unsalvageable. Like I was literally like the bottom is burnt, so I was scraping the gooey off like the top and like eating. It was basically just like I'm eating dough.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely gonna get a stomachache after.
Yep.
So because like when we were at the store, right, we went to Stop and Shop, and we saw like these two cookie packets, like 2 for $6. You know, we were talking about making 40 cookies because that's what they said. You can make 22 to 26 cookies per pack. We made less than 20.
What are you gonna do with the cookies now? They're not bad.
You guys can take them if you want.
Let's eat some cookies.
I think
I'll eat some cookies.
Nah, you got them, bro. You 100% got them.
You're gonna take some cookies, man.
So yeah, PSA: don't make cookies without someone who knows.
I'm thankful for food, not the cookies.
Not the
you know,
cookies.
one year, like, do you guys ever at Thanksgiving, like, do you guys actually like try to say what you're thankful for? Do your parents ever try to make you say?
I've done that like once or twice.
I've done it
when I was
once.
younger.
It's like
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
awkward.
Like, what are you thankful for? And then I'll say everything except my family. And my mom will just look at me and be like I'm talking about like the Patriots, like the toys and everything. And my mom's like, what about us, beta? I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, you guys too.
Yeah. We went around one time. It was the year we got Rio, so I was talking about Rio and stuff. And then it got to my dad. He's eating. He's like, nothing.
Bro, BJ Uncle is crazy, bro. You're not ready for fast forward yet, bro.
You're not ready for fast forward, bro.
You're not ready for fast forward.
Oh my god, BJ
Dude, I you know what? That would be the
He
funniest
actually
thing.
said nothing. Wait, you guys just burst out laughing?
Yeah, me and my brother just started laughing, bro. I guess we're just also eating. He's like, nothing.
He was eating before you guys even...
No. Yeah, like we were eating, and then my mom was like, "Oh, what are you guys thankful for?"
What did your mom say? Was she like dead staring?
I don't know. She probably said like family or some shit.
No, was she like dead staring him when he said that?
No, I have no idea. I think she just like
so
looked at him like.
Like,
Yeah,
for me,
man, the Vijay Uncle quotes, man. On the
Vijay
Yeah, no. What do you think?
For me, I'd say obviously like what you guys said, but like the opportunities I've had this year, for sure. Not all of them have panned out, but some of them like Famous Chili. And
really
you know, some of the
thankful for
people I've
Famous
met just out of fluke or out of you know, God's will or whatever, think really kind of helped my life and helped kind of my development both professionally and personally. So,
I agree with you, honestly. Like as much as I can say that like this year like as like towards like my career, like hella rejections. I have to say it was quite an influential year in my life. We met a lot of crazy people. We did a lot of crazy things. We've achieved a lot of crazy things in this year as well.
One thing for me is like I'd say like I started doing like a I get to philosophy rather than I have to. and that's kind of really changed my life just because of the fact that like, sure, like we get rejection and we're like, oh, this guy's so lucky because they got like a Yahoo offer, they got like a certain offer, right? But you have to look at it and be like, you know, you're also in a spot where other people are killing to be in your position, and you're also in a spot where there's people who you should be grateful for because, you know, they're in your life, they're mentoring you. You might not have the same path that you wanted to be, but the journey and the destination, or the journey might be different, but the destination might be the same.
Do you really believe that works? I'm glad you brought this up. Like, when obviously, like, we're all college students, so I think it's good to give our point of view on what we're doing right now. Obviously, recruitment's like in full-fledged. Right now it's going to slow down because of the holiday season. That's November,
mainly
December.
The reason why we haven't been putting out too much content.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, sorry about that, by the way. Yeah, but, you know, it's getting a little tougher. You know, none of us have something set right now, you know, but is that kind of how you get through this? Like, what would you say to, like, someone who's maybe, like, in their first year or even in a current year, we're going through it right now, if they don't have something, what would you kind of say is, like, the right mindset to have, like, at this point?
I mean, like, again, I'm also in that position, but, like, one thing I'd say is definitely, like, just, like, again, kind of what I mentioned, like, make sure you know why you're recruiting, like, what your purpose is and what your drive is, because if you don't, the light at the end of the tunnel will get smaller and dimmer and dimmer, because, like, the more rejections you have, the less motivation you'll have to continue recruiting, number one. Number two, I'll say find people who are like-minded as you and who will actually support you. There's so many people in this world who will, you know, tear you down or make you feel shit for not having a certain offer that they have, and don't be around those people because that'll put you in a really bad mental health space. And number three, what I'm going to say is, like, be with people who are honest with you, right? And always, again, have that I get to mentality, because, bro, sure, like, you might not have an offer, but, like, if you keep on grinding, you will have one. And the position you're in right now, with the resources you have, with the family you have, right, with the amount of knowledge you have, and the intellectual curiosity and the drive you have, sure, drive is something that's based off of discipline, but not a lot of people have that discipline to begin with and have that foundational platform that we have. So having that ability to kind of, you know, appreciate what you have and be as productive as you can with the recruitment process is something that I think is really important, something you guys should cherish, because at the end of the day, if you continue grinding, you will eventually get something.
I actually have a counterpoint to this. And, like, when you say, like, I get to, right, like, you're saying, like, let's just say you get you got a rejection from a company, like, oh, at least I got to apply, or at least I got to do an interview with the company. So for me, it kind of, like, at least the way I look at recruitment, like, I try to be as like I try to not be hopeful with anything that I do. I feel like hopefulness will drive you, like, insane, and that's why, like, that's where my
biggest
like
cause of disappointment.
That's where, like, my that's where, like, I differ from, like, where you're thinking. Like, I know you're saying, like, oh, like, it's a fun process, like, you get to do it. Yes, it is a fun process, but it's also, like, really, really hard on your mental health, because 100%. Rejections hurt. Like, I can't tell you how many times, like, I woke up, the first thing I see
always
was,
talk
like,
about that,
a rejection email, right? Yeah. It sucks because you're like, oh, like, you know, like slowly you see people's offers rolling in, and then you start to question, like, your own worth. You're like, you know, like, am I really, like, good enough for this? And I guess what has, like, really, really taught me, because I remember, like, last year I did, like, even for, like, a freshman, I did, like, an interview or two, like, you know, one or two or three, where, like, I thought that was, like, pretty good as a freshman to even, like, get an interview, and I bombed. Like, I did pretty bad for those, right? And, like, for me, at least, I kind of, like, in a sense, like, I kind of want to fail. I want to fail just so I don't get hopeful, because I want to fail just so I'd be like, okay, this is exactly what I should not do next time. And that's, like, what really helped me, like, really failing on interviews has really, because, like, the thing is, let's just say by, like, an off chance freshman year you do end up getting, like, in, like, a position at, like, some small company, right? And then you go and you interview with, like, the big dogs. It's different. It's 10 times more different, 10 times more harder, and you think that, oh, like, I was good enough to get in, like, something my freshman year, and then boom, you get hit with, like, actual reality. And I just think, don't be hopeful at all. Like,
I don't know. I don't like that. So what the thing with that is, like, I think there's a difference between being hopeful and realistic. I don't think you should be hopeful. I think you should be realistic with your chances, right? Number two, I think what you should do is, I like the second part of what you said. I don't like the first part, which is you said you like to fail so you don't feel hopeful. I think you should view failure as an opportunity.
That's what I'm talking about.
And not as, like, as a mistake. Yeah, like,
I want to fail so I can learn from mistakes.
For sure.
That's actually, like, no matter, like, how much it sucks to fail, it's actually the best way to learn.
But
Hands
like,
down the best.
I don't
way to
think
learn.
it's like you want to fail. I think you should. It's instead of like wanting to fail, I think it's like taking the fear of failure out of the equation.
Okay,
It's
I
like
think
two different
I
ways to
worded
look
it
at
now.
it.
What I
Yeah.
meant to say was I want to fail now, so I don't fail when
Okay,
it really
okay.
matters. Is
That
what I
makes
was
sense.
really trying
Alright,
to
yeah, that
convey.
makes sense.
I'd rather fail now when I'm young versus
Than
when
get
I'm
caught
going
up in
for
it.
like
Yeah,
an actual
for sure.
job. Well, then like okay, like I'm not
That
gonna
makes
make that
sense.
mistake.
I
again.
agree with that.
worded
I
that
still
very well.
I'm in a similar situation as you where it's like you don't want to have hope. I think it's just how we're raised. Like I feel like a lot of Indian people are just told to like never always
Yeah.
think the worst is gonna happen, always think something's gonna go wrong, you know. And so like I feel like that just plays like it has a lasting role throughout your life. You know, you might not think about it. It starts off as something small and then it goes on to this college. It goes on to applications, recruiting. It goes on to your actual work life. You know. But I think it's important to still have like some sort of hope because if you have absolutely zero, then what are you even doing it for? You know, at that point, I think it's good to not get your hopes up too high so you don't feel disappointed. You know, afterwards. But I feel like you have to have something motivating you and have that little spark of hope that you could possibly get something.
So that's what I think. But one thing I want to kind of like ask you guys is a similar thing that kind of popped up with some of the friends I was talking to before I left was, you know, when you get a rejection, right? A lot of my friends look at it like, oh, you know, this person's diversity, so they got it over me. Not that it's my fault, but that someone else, because of exterior and like exterior
it gets really sour.
stuff,
It gets really sour
got
really
in.
fast.
But then other people is like, no, something I did wrong, right?
Yeah.
Versus and not what other
It's
someone
very
else was
easy
just
to blame
better.
someone else. It's
Yeah.
very easy
So
to blame
what do
someone
you
else.
guys see as like the better or how would you approach it?
Self-reflecting easily.
You should
Okay.
do it that way. I think it always depends though, because in some situations, like I'm not gonna say a company, but you guys know I interviewed with one place like a few months ago now,
Yeah.
and it was the most perfect interview you can imagine. I solved their technical in less than a minute. Perfect behavioral. We got along great. We had a great conversation. They seemed really interested in all of my projects. I don't think it was possible for that interview to go any better, and I got rejected.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
it
and
is
it
what it
happens,
is.
you know?
It is what it is. Like you.
Normally after an interview, I know I messed up on something. And, like that interview went better than the interview that got me my internship last year, and
Wow.
it just you know it just happens. You know,
There's a lot of chance
Sometimes
that
stuff
really
happens,
plays into it.
yeah.
There's a lot of chance that
Yeah.
really
Well,
plays
that's the
into
part.
it.
So like one of my friends, he works in investment banking right now, and I'm like, dude, like, because he texts me like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I'm like, how do you enjoying this? And he's like, dude, it's like the fact that like there's people like the amount of people that applied for this position. I'm the one that got it. I get to be here every day. I have the opportunity to learn every day. I want to fucking take that opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit here and sulk and complain that I have all this work to do. I look at it as, dude, like I'm learning so much, and there's 1,000 other people who applied for this role, and I'm the one person who got it. So I should be taking it upon myself to really learn and maximize this opportunity to its like potential.
I think that's just
And that's
great,
the best way to
that's
look
a
at
great viewpoint. I just don't do that. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is. I don't think
yeah.
it's in me. I don't think I could ever do that. Like you know how I think about stuff. I'm very pessimistic. I can never put myself, even though you should be like that. You should be grateful for what position you're able to be in, and I am grateful.
But here's
But
the
at the
thing,
same
though.
time, it's always I'm just someone who always looks at like the downside
Real
of
quick
something.
before you say that, just one thing to add to that. What I normally do is my thing. I know it's a problem, but I do this anyway. Which is if I get something, I think anybody else can get it. I always denounce my accomplishments because I always think, oh, I got this offer, like
Yeah.
anybody can get it. Like it's not.
Why would you
new.
do that? I think you should be proud of what
I don't
you
know.
get.
It's just like something that because
I
because
get that.
it's I get rejected from some place and I get something else and I'm like, oh, I want that. I know no one else will get it on these few select, but thing I got, everyone else can get.
Yeah.
You know, so
Going back to what Ari's saying though, like about being like pessimistic about things, I feel like at least for me, like even like to myself or like whoever, like I'm just a yapper. I just like to yap about things. I like to
Mayor of
complain about it.
Yapperville.
But the thing is, like no matter like how much like I yap, I know like even like you can be like, oh shit, like I gotta do this essay, like I gotta do this, like it gets done. Like everything, like no matter how like the work, like let's just say like we go into a workplace, like oh shit, like oh my boss wants me to do this, this, and this, and I can say it for all 4 of us, you know, like it gets done no matter how much.
Yeah.
Because I like even like I gotta tell my parents like even like throughout like grade school, like even like college, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like I gotta do like all this shit, and they're like, well, like why you complain? Like you're gonna do it anyways, right? I'm just like, I just
Yeah,
I
it's
just
very
complain just
Yeah,
to
it's
complain,
true.
just so I can like get off my mind. I'm just like, wait, like why am I complaining?
yeah,
It's
but
like,
no,
just
I
get
think
it
that's
over with.
productive. I'll be honest, I think that's productive.
I think it's productive
Because
I think you need to vent
like
sometimes.
you vent
Yeah.
emotionally, get it out,
Yeah.
which is what friends are for sometimes,
Yeah.
right? Some of the time, sure, don't put your stress on your friends because I think it's unfair to them.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're in your space like this, or when you're in a space where like you guys are both talking about your lives and you're both talking about like certain issues, like hear what they have to say, internalize, and then talk about yourself, so you know that the person I'm talking to is heard. while what I'm saying is they're hearing what I'm saying. So it's a mutual respect, and you're both venting your frustrations out.
You know, I think that's a great point. You know, that's why I want to add, like, to the thankful thing. I want to say this podcast, man, because, like, no matter what size audience we have, who's even watching this at some point, you know, I love everybody watching this. It takes time out of their day to actually listen to us. And the fact that we now have, like, this group of people and that we have this space where we can say stuff like this, we can vent how we're feeling and stuff like that, you know, because we spent years, at least I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I spent years just not complaining about anything. Like, we
talked about
exactly
this.
We talked about it. We would just sit there and just do our shit and not complain about anything. Nobody really knew what was going on because we felt like we couldn't say stuff. You know, but
that's why I try with especially him. I'm like, bro, like, you should express yourself, bro. Like, don't hold because at a certain point you will bottle up and it will spill over, and at that point you cannot control yourself.
Yeah, I feel like everyone always had their way of lashing out. You know, like people like, you know, kids will talk back to their parents when they're younger. You know, my brother would like yell back at my parents sometimes. When I was younger, I wouldn't really do that. That's
a big older kid thing. I can't. I used to yell at my back. I used to talk back.
Exactly. It's a chain of command. You know, my parents. You know, parents can like yell at the kids. You know, one kid. You know, my brother would bully me, take his anger on me. I had no one. You know, like I would just sit there.
I honestly, I would do the same to my sister as well.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, baking those cookies, man. Scratch my head. You're doing it wrong. Like,
dude, my hands were dirty, bro. And then she's like, I was like scratch high, and she's like all the way down here. I'm like, bro,
she's like, you're literally a prick, bro. Like,
I mean, like, it is what it is. Cause the thing is, oh my god, now it's like a whole nother topic. But like, of the older child, the parent expects so much more of the older child than they do of like the younger child. Like it's like a whole.
I don't think I think for me and like my family friends and all of it, it's the younger child is a rebellious one. The younger child is the one who talks back. The older child just takes it.
No, yeah, like, but the thing is, like when I was growing up, like while my mind was still developing, like I'd still like lash out. Like especially growing up, I had like a lot of like anger issues, so to say. Like I get angry like this. I was a hothead, so I take it on my sister. But like now that like I've like matured, I guess I'm more cool-headed. Not to say I'm still not hot-headed. I think I'm still very hot-headed. I can't lie. I would get mad at a lot of things. Sports is the one thing that really
that would take me out.
Oh my god, I get really mad and competitive during sports. But like now you just learn that like. You know, like what's the point, you know, like why like they yelled at you, they must, like, if you think about it, like every time my parents yell at me now, I'm like, okay, like they also must be mad about something else, and they lash out at me the same way I would lash at my sister. I'm like, okay, sorry.
But now you also read why they're stressed, like the root of it, so you could internalize it and be like, okay, I know you're not mad at me, but take it out on me, it's okay. You know?
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just like, yo, chill.
I'm not your punching bag.
Chill.
Nah, well, sometimes with parents, bro, like, or like sometimes with certain individuals, like sometimes they have a hard day. You're like, I know it's not at me. It's okay. Just take it out because I know for your own well-being, it'll be okay.
I just know, though, at the same time, I know if the role was reversed, they wouldn't take it.
If that's the case, then that's
that's the thing.
You know what I used to do when I was a kid? Every time my parents get mad at me, I'd like run upstairs, close the door, and I'd start like screaming like sounds. I'm like,
yeah. I would do that a lot. That was all I could do. You know, I would go in my room just like. I would like fight in my mind. I would be like, oh.
I'm like, oh my.
I packed the bag a couple times.
I would like hide in my closet. I would sit in my closet I shut off all the lights, just sit there until someone came. Then,
dude. I would 100% victimize myself so they feel bad about me. Yeah. I'd be like, feel bad about me right now. Do it.
You know what, man? Do it.
You wanna go? Go.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been doing a lot of crying lately. I can't lie. Yeah. My fantasy team isn't looking too.
I don't want to hear shit about fantasy, man.
I don't want to hear shit about fantasy, bro.
No, you shut the fuck. You had injuries.
What are you talking about?
You had injuries. Mine people just.
We have been the most unlucky this year.
I think I'm up there with you guys.
I'm not grouping myself with anybody as the most unlucky as well. I am sole most unlucky.
Untrue.
I'm sole
I think I'm
most
there
unlucky.
with you. I can't.
What? You?
Beginning of the season, me and you were par to par, PR and PA. Oh, PF.
What is your fucking record,
We're
dude?
still about the same. Okay, Hrishi.
5 and 6.
Exactly. We're about the same, and you have 3 more wins than me. That tells you a lot about how luck is.
Yeah. Wait, you have 2 wins?
Yeah. I have.
No, you have 3.
I have 2. We have the same.
Wins.
I mean, you have the same?
Yeah, but I beat you on points, which is why I'm above you.
Yeah.
I'm way clear on points. That's the thing. Me and Hrishi, same amount of points, pretty much. Almost same amount of PA, but I have like.
PA doesn't really fucking matter.
Yes, it does. Because that's your matchups.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have the same amount of PF as Monday.
I'm not gonna lie.
I have more.
I'm not gonna lie. Like if we're talking about the people in the top 2, points allowed.
Arian is the one who's the best in my
1,200 and points forward 1,350, which is like only 40 points more than me in PF and 200 points less than me in PA.
Exactly.
First place. Okay, sitting at 9-2.
Okay, let's not. We don't
Second
need to go-
place.
we
No,
don't
no,
need
I'm
to
only
go-
going to the top two. That's it.
You're just doing top two.
That's it. Also 9-2. He has points forward 1281.
Yeah, Monday.
Right, which is 30 less than me. Right, and PA is 1158.
What's my PA? 1158. What's my PA?
1450.
Yeah.
No,
he's
300
getting-
extra points, bro.
Yeah, it's insane
Oh
how
my
much luck plays
God.
into
And
it.
he's clinched the playoffs. I'm eliminated from the playoffs.
Clinch playoffs.
And I have more points than him total.
You know what's crazy with me is like my players. I picked them up from waiver wires and they get injured that week. Like, how is that possible? Like, I picked up Eddie DeMarcado, and he got injured that week. Like, now, like, I don't know. People are saying, like, you know, like, players are getting healthy. They're really not getting healthy, bro. Like, I don't know even.
Arians seems really
Prem, are you in need of a quarterback?
Bro,
No, I'm set on.
Are you in need of a Kyler
don't help
Murray?
him. Don't help him. Please don't help him. Please don't help him.
Help me?
No, please don't help him.
Wait, help me.
Nah, bro.
Give me Calvin Ridley
I'll give you Calvin Ridley.
for Kyler Murray.
Fuck no.
Who's your
Calvin
quarterback?
Ridley had 30 points last week.
Who's your
1
quarterback
week,
right now?
bro.
1 week. Who's your quarterback?
Sam Howell and Brock
Brock
Purdy. I'm
Purdy.
Oh,
chilling
Sam
with
Howell's
Purdy.
doing good. Sam Howell's doing good.
And Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's
Oh, yeah,
six.
Purdy also. Yeah.
I have top 5 and 6 quarterbacks in the lineup.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh,
I
no,
feel like
Purdy's
rankings
eight.
have been
Purdy's
okay.
eight. But
Rankings
still.
have been really weird this
It's
year.
weird, yeah.
Dude, I'm all I'm waiting for is Justin Jefferson to come back. Dude, I traded him. I traded for him, like, cause I'm in first
It's
place.
extended-
in
his
either
injuries
league.
You're waiting for him.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to come back.
But you're
bro.
already out. You're already
Yeah,
out.
you're already
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I'm in
we're
first
just
place.
fighting to not be last.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
In my other league,
Your first place without Jay Jettis?
in my other
yeah,
league,
you're winning
I'm
that
first
league, man.
place
You're winning
without
that league.
Jay Jettis because I had Amon Ra, but I traded Amon Ra for Jay Jettis.
Oh, you traded now.
I traded for Jay Jettis, yes.
He did say he's extending his injury time because he says
Which
he's not
sucks
coming back.
for me because I
So
thought he
that's
would be
what
I wanna
coming back
trade him
this
so
Because it's
bad.
also not looking like they're gonna make the playoffs. So
Josh Dobbs is not playing terrible.
What? Josh Allen's doing amazing.
what's their? I know, but what's the record?
6-4.
I think
Oh,
they're
shit,
they're
okay,
currently
no, they
in
still
the
got
hunt
it.
right
Dude,
now.
I think he's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
better than
yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
I like Josh Dobbs. I'm not
So
gonna
the
lie.
thing about
He's
that
amazing.
is when it comes to accuracy, Kirk
did have a
Cousins
bad
by
game.
He's a no eyebrow
miles.
bandit, bro.
He had one
But-
bad game.
Which one?
The one last week. I think.
Broncos?
He's the
Yeah.
pastronaut, you know. But the thing is, his ability to run is just what like it makes him extend.
I
plays.
love what he says. He's like, he followed Tom Brady's thing where it's like, when you're on the field, you better not mess up and don't give them another chance to put in another quarterback in.
Yeah.
And he used that mentality and he's been doing really well.
So
Yeah.
there's one thing I do want to address, right? And that is CJ Stroud, right? Like I really like.
We have to.
th-
Yeah,
th-
we gotta
there's
talk about
th- there's a lot of talk on like CJ Stroud's like current season as to like where he stands in like the rankings of quarterbacks, right? Because like usually when people rank quarterbacks, it's like, oh, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, which I from the beginning have said Josh Allen does not belong on that top 5 list, and I stand by
Oh
that.
come on, top 5. You're not gonna give
stand-
top
I
5.
mean, Hrishi has credibility right
I
now.
stand by it.
with that.
I
Right now,
stand by it
Okay.
completely.
Like if it was beginning of the season, I wouldn't. But like right now, like look how shitty Josh Allen. is.
Top 5 quarterbacks.
Diggs wants out, bro. That's how bad.
Diggs does
Allen-
not want out,
Yeah, he does.
dude.
Where's he gonna go?
Where is he gonna go?
Where's he gonna go?
New England. Oh my God, Mac Jones to Stephon Diggs would be.
I don't think Mac
amazing.
Jones.
Mac
is the
Jones
answer.
isn't
I'm
here
sorry.
anymore, man.
Okay,
it's not the answer.
look, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's not talk about this.
We'll talk about this when Nishk comes back.
But I just want to say, quick note. I think people are putting Mac Jones as scapegoat the same way they're giving Zach Wilson the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Just for like a perspective, he's gone through 3 different offensive coordinators,
Okay, all right, well, yeah,
3 different
that's
ass
fine.
offenses.
All right, we'll talk about this.
Sounds
when
like
Nishk comes
excuses.
back. But it's okay. It's okay. All right. But going back to CJ Stroud,
CJ Stroud.
he is the new Deshaun Watson in Houston.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But one thing I want to bring up is how I think it's quarterback. Sure, they have certain foundational skills and they have certain foundational like skill sets. Like you can't teach like clutch. You can't teach certain arm strength like Patrick Mahomes has. But like, it's so much the position you're in. Like look at CJ Stroud, his position. Right? Like, okay, I understand he's really talented. He's made Tank Dell and Noah Brown, like, amazing receivers. But, like, the offensive coordinator is
Whoa.
doing amazing with the play
Tank
call.
Dell was amazing in college. You have to know.
I didn't know that. But, okay.
He was in.
But
No,
they
but
weren't,
wait,
they weren't
listen.
coming in as like stars.
Yeah, they weren't coming in as stars. Like, now they
he was
know.
drafted in like the 3rd, 4th round.
Third, fourth is
Okay.
no, like
I think that's
okay.
a very good
Okay,
round
fine.
to be drafted
Okay.
in for a receiver.
Texans also just had a perfect draft.
Yeah.
With like the first round, how they did the trade, like that was.
Oh
just
yeah, they got like
perfect.
that Will Anderson guy, but whatever. So
The Will
so-
Anderson guy.
Well, yeah, like third pick. But anyway,
Yeah.
his circumstance. Do you look at Bryce Young's circumstance? Frank Reich has not been doing good as their like their head coach. Their receivers, like Bryce Young is resurged Thielen. He's resurged Thielen.
Last
Like,
few weeks is
Bryce Young
taping
is
off a
doing-
little
Surge
bit.
Thielen as in feed Thielen.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe.
It's just because he has nobody else.
He doesn't have
Look at
he doesn't
everybody
have-
else. They have
like
nothing.
Terrace Marshall's been a huge. I thought he was gonna do great. Huge bust, right? They got rid of DJ Moore, right? Like Bryce Young, like come on, look at Justin Fields, his like no O line, none of that shit. Kenny Pickett, they just fired Matt Canada. Like, he went back to Canada,
It's
bro.
hard,
Like he
though.
left.
You know what it is? Because the first few years for a rookie quarterback are so like detrimental to their entire career. I feel like his career is just gonna go to waste just because of the situation he's in. Like
Which guy are you talking about?
Bryce Young. Like if you don't build around,
yeah.
like he was a good quarterback, but everyone remember like he went to Alabama, right? Like he had all the core receivers, linemen, running back.
Anthony Richardson, right? Like
He's pure talent. He's a pure Cam Newton talent.
I think
but
so.
Bigger.
Yeah.
No, but he's accurate. He's way more accurate than Cam Newton. He was able to throw the ball well compared to Cam
I haven't
Newton.
seen enough film on him.
Yeah,
but,
so it's been like 6 to 8
but dude,
weeks.
CJ Stroud, there's something I have to
Yeah,
talk about. I don't know. I'm sure most people have seen like the Tank Dell catch from last week, like the overhead catch. Dude, there's something that you need to like watch on that play, right? And if you haven't seen like that play in detail,
The Bengals game?
I watched the video on it.
The Bengals game one?
It was the one where like.
Like 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah. So there's something I'm gonna go over, right? So originally, CJ Stroud is like looking through his reads, right? Snaps the ball, look through his reads. I think they were running like a post like hitch concept, whatever. So he looks to the left and like the hitch, whatever, it's covered, right? And so then there's like the D lineman that folds down on him, which causes him to move out to the right. And usually, what Tank Dell is supposed to run he's supposed to run like a long like comeback route, right? So he goes like 15 yards and comes back, right? As CJ Stroud is rolling out the pocket, he notices that the safety who's covering Nico Collins on like the post, right? He moves towards Nico Collins, which leaving the right side completely open. So as he's rolling out of the pocket, he points his fingers like this to Tank Dell to turn around and run deep. Like think about like the decision making on the spot as he's rolling out. D lineman coming down on his back, and he says, "Turn around." Tank Dell makes it nice. You can't teach that.
You know what
Turns
he said?
around,
He said,
slings it 75 yards into the end zone, like while stumbling on like 1 foot and a dot.
You know what he said? He said, remember that the whole report that was coming out that Bryce Young aced the processing test and he got like a 0 on it or something. He's like, I'm not here to study. I'm here to play football.
Exactly.
And he said that. And like the thing is with that is like it's true, which just shows some of the flaws in the valuation process when it comes to the draft.
Yeah.
And I feel like certain like I love how the Colts draft. Sure, they might be a kind of a shitty franchise, but like
no, you never know if what's his name?
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, if he stayed healthy, who knows
well,
what happened?
sure, but like I'm saying, like with the owner, everything that's going on right now with him, like him suing ESPN about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But like the GM, he knows how to draft. They've drafted amazing people, like because what they constantly do is refine their draft process. When it comes to soft skills, when it comes to like how they look at talent, it's so good and so purified that I think that like other teams just start doing that. Like also, if you look at like the Eagles, right? They got Kevin Byard and Bradley Roby in the trade deadline. What did the Chiefs do with the receivers? Nothing. Marquez Valdez can just drop the easy pass for a touch. Not easy.
They have the highest
for a
drop
touchdown.
rating in the NFL.
26 passes.
Crazy.
It's terrible. Like leadership comes from the GM to the head coach. What makes the quarterback? What makes their situation? I think that's part of the reason CJ Stroud is doing better than Bryce Young. Obviously, another reason is talent, but like you cannot ignore the context behind the player.
It's just insane watching, and I love his mentality because last week he did not have a good game. He threw like 3 picks.
3 picks,
and
the most he's thrown like all season. He only had 2 picks before that all season.
Yeah. Post interview, he shook it off. He's like, "This is part of it. I'm not gonna sulk over it. He's gonna come back stronger."
He's really mature, and you also, dude, like you can't teach instincts, bro. Like,
exactly.
the kid has it, bro. Like he got it.
Yeah.
He has that it factor. Like he can make the plays. He's smart. Yeah. He has like that GOAT mentality.
That's why I was pissed when the Giants drafted Daniel Jones. He might have everything, like when it comes to mechanics and all that. It's the killer instinct. Eli Manning did not have the killer instinct. Daniel Jones does not have the killer instinct.
This is just the Giants, man. This is the Giants quarterback. The Giants take those quarterbacks. They don't take the good.
Yeah.
They take the Eli Mannings. They take the Daniel Joneses. They take the Drake Mays. They don't take the star quarterback who's gonna come in and shake up your franchise. They don't do it.
Here's the thing. Regardless,
they were stuck with fucking DeVito, bro.
Preseason.
He had a great game. He had a great game. One good game.
The thing is, preseason, I'm telling you right now, you don't know how players are gonna unfold. Like preseason, everyone still thought Bryce Young would be like a great quarterback in the NFL, and like CJ Stroud would be average. There was so much talk about CJ Stroud being a very average quarterback at Ohio State, and now like even me, like out here, I'm dick riding. Like he's amazing. Like I think he's like one of the most fun players to watch. So it's really hard to like predict a player's outcome.
You got to give it 2 years at least, because people have quarterback sophomore slumps where people have film after a year, right? And then at that point you can make adjustments. So like it's all about kind of
it's hard. It's hard to tell.
Success is all longevity, and if you're able to find your way around those adjustments, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Overall, I think it's gonna be a great season.
Do you think? Okay, I think it's pretty obvious he'll win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Do you think he gets MVP?
No, there's no chance.
No.
There's no shot.
Do you think he deserves it?
No.
Really?
He doesn't. He hasn't won it.
He's playing insane. But
who would you give MVP to then?
Like most of the time, they're gonna give it to a team.
Out.
They're gonna give it to a team in the playoffs or like in the AFC Championship.
But it's
based off but the players,
season.
it's too stuck together right now in terms of like the records. But I think right now I hate to say Jalen Hurts is.
What? I feel like he's not.
He
had a way better year last year.
Bro.
Really?
I'm telling you right now, like if you
last year he balled out.
Put in the perspective. I'm telling you right now, if Gardner Minshew was putting up QB1 stats right now at the record that they have right now, I'm just giving you an example. Let's just say Gardner Minshew was QB1 NFL all stats right now, right? But their record sucks. He's not winning MVP.
Okay.
He's not. You have to there has to be like some like.
I'm actually blaming right now. Who has been like
that's
a really
what I'm saying.
Good
this year, there's not been any
It's been a lot of mediocrity.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Exactly.
Well, Mahomes is not really his fault though.
But I would not. I can't give it to Mahomes this year.
It's hard. It's hard to tell.
It's not his fault, but I can't give it to him.
Like that's when you like.
Who is it then? Like Lamar? Like would you give Lamar?
Oh,
Lamar's been playing insane.
I think that's the only other option.
He's been playing, but then again, like
Burrow's injured.
That's when you want to give it to like a player like Tyreek, bro. That's when like.
But they'll never do it.
But they'll never do it.
They'll never do it.
They won't do it. It's actually hard to tell.
I mean,
like,
it's gonna be a second one if he gets it. Brock Purdy's been playing amazing.
They're not gonna give it to Purdy.
Yeah,
they won't give it to a non-quarterback, so Tyreek's not gonna get it. Like,
it's hard because if you think about it, like if we're talking about like top like 4 like possible MVP candidates like based off like projections right now, they're probably gonna put like Hurts. He
doesn't deserve it this year.
He doesn't deserve it. They're gonna put Hurts, Mahomes. They're gonna put Allen up there.
Allen, no, hell no.
No, but they are.
Oh hell, hell no, they're not putting Allen up there.
I don't think they would even.
They wouldn't even.
I'm gonna search it up right now.
He doesn't even have a good.
It feels so stupid the way they do these picks, man. It's like they literally just look at the best teams. What's their quarterback? Put them in. Like that's literally what they're doing.
Really.
Bro, what you can't tell me Jalen Hurts is MVP level this year, man.
Right now.
But they just look at his team.
Patrick Mahomes has.
That's the problem. No one's showing MVP level right now.
See, like
that's the problem.
Right
no
now,
one's that good.
Right now, if we're talking right now, the favorite to win the MVP is Jalen Hurts. Plus 250 odds.
How?
Like he's
Plus
not
250
doing.
odds.
He's doing pretty good.
He had a way better year last year.
But
I guess it's relative, bro.
It's relative though. That's the thing, I guess.
Okay,
Like,
I'm gonna go down the list, right? Like in terms of like odds, it's Hurts, Lamar, Mahomes, Tagovailoa.
No,
I was gonna say him next, but I don't think so.
Purdy.
He's had an easy season.
Prescott.
Nah, fuck that.
Josh Allen, C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff.
I think
now,
C.J. Stroud should be stat-wise. C.J. Stroud probably
should be higher, but like,
you guys have not seen Dak Prescott play this season.
No. Last few games, he's been playing well. The whole beginning of the season, he stunk.
His guys' odds have gone up.
No. Let me tell you the story with Dak Prescott. He didn't stink. They just gave him very less responsibility because they wanted to win in spite of him, not because of him.
Right.
That's not MVP caliber. Yeah. Number two.
Did they? If they give him less responsibility, then where is Tony Pollard into this play?
Number two.
Where the hell is Tony Pollard? Because he's getting 12 carries a game.
Number two, 49ers. He stunk up the joint when it really matters. Cowboys season has been so weak.
Yeah.
It's been so easy.
Bro.
They played the Panthers, the Giants, like back to back. And they're like, oh, Cowboys are gonna make the Super Bowl. Like, no, they're not, bro. They played the Eagles well. They lost. They stunk up the joint against 49ers.
Destroyed.
This week, who are they playing?
They're playing tomorrow. Who are they
the
playing?
Redskins, I think, right? Or the Commanders?
The Cowboys play the Commanders tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
oh, really? Oh, they'll win that easily, bro. They should.
You never know that. You never.
Bro, if the Giants beat them, they should destroy them.
Yeah, that was a bad loss.
Yeah. Oh my God, us versus Cowboys, both games have been so bad, bro.
Dude, we have the top 5 picks. Let's just call it a day and just never like watch football again. To be honest, it's so sad.
We got it on lock. You know, now we have the what'd you call it? On Sunday, Giants Patriots.
The shit bowl.
Yeah, the shit bowl, man. Yeah,
it's actually like it's the Giants. Honestly, the funniest thing was, all of us, we were gonna go to that game.
I'm so happy.
The Giants Patriots. We're gonna buy tickets in August, thinking that oh my God, it'd be like the greatest game.
Yeah, because everybody in our friend group is either a Giants or Patriots fan. It would have been insane. I still think it would have been an insane thing to go to, but now looking at it, I'm like,
that just would have been
miserable, bro.
Absolutely.
We would be sitting there rooting for the other team. Like we both want the other team to win right now.
So okay, here's the thing though. Right now, there's actually something I just thought of. Right, in terms of standings right now, the Cowboys are 5th in playoff seeding. Right, which means they play anybody who gets the 4th. Right. And right now, it's looking like anybody is going to be in the NFC South. So it looks like they're going to play the Saints, the Buccaneers, or the Falcons in the playoffs. So now if you look at it that way, right?
Buccaneers have been good, though.
They've been good, but are they going to beat
They've been
the Cowboys?
underrated.
The Falcons are in the playoff contention?
No, in the hunt. But
okay,
whoever wins that division, realistically.
It's like a shitty NFC South.
It's a shitty. The thing is, like, if you give them that like easy game, that's like honestly like a good easy first round. Gives them confidence, momentum going into the second round.
What's the one thing Stephen A. says? I hate to bring it up, but like when their expectations are high, is when they fold.
Oh, Cowboys can never do it.
Dude, the expectations have been high like forever.
Yeah. But yeah, quick picks before we kind of wrap up. What do you guys think? Giants, Patriots?
I think.
What kind of biased question? Two Giants fans, I'm saying the Patriots, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
God.
No. But the thing is, I want the Patriots to win.
I
think Giants win this. Not
think
because they're better. Not because they're better. But this is just the most typical Giants way to fuck up a season.
But here's the thing,
when they need to lose, they start winning.
That's the problem.
Danny DeVito's gonna ball out, man. I'm telling you, and fuck it up.
Issue. You're playing Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is gonna make sure Tommy DeVito is the most uncomfortable quarterback in the NFL.
Bill Belichick is smart and knows when to lose.
I'm telling you,
Bill Belichick will not.
I promise you,
they will lose.
The Patriots will not fuck up their draft.
I'm telling you right now. No, he will because he cares more about the support of the fans. I'm telling you right now, he will lose the support of the fans. If we lose to the
robot.
I'm telling you right now, Bill Belichick will not lose this game under any cause. I know Bill Belichick. I've watched him for the last 10 years. I don't think that's
the reason. I think you're right, but I don't think that's the reason.
I'm telling you right now, Tommy DeVito is going to have a tough time.
He will, but I hope so.
I think it's because he wants to show that he can still coach.
Oh, he needs to.
He wants to show he can do it without Brady.
He wants to show because he's leaving after this year.
He's not. Bill Belichick signed a multi-year contract, supposedly. It's still like under the thing because there's so many.
I can't imagine him anywhere else.
He's leaving. He's going to the Chargers.
Oh my God! If he went to the Chargers.
You just like to say insane things. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. If Bill Belichick goes, the Patriot way goes with him. Patriots are ruined if he goes.
Yeah.
The thing is,
they'd really have.
You know why? You know why though? Because what Robert Kraft's gonna say to him is, "Hey, I want you to be the coach. I don't want you to be the. I don't want you.
That's
to
what everybody wants.
That's fine.
I want that too.
But Belichick's not gonna relinquish that.
I think after the season,
and he's gonna be like, "Get the fuck out."
This season's gonna be a reality check. I'm telling you right now, the easiest rebuild for the Patriots. You strip him of GM. You get Ziegler back from the. Oh, sorry. Something started on my phone. You get Ziegler. I think his name is Ziegler. You get him back from the Raiders, which is basically the Las Vegas Patriots at this point, bro. Poaching all of our freaking players every year, bro. But anyways, you get him back. You get the GM. You get a proper offensive assistant. You can get Josh McDaniels back to assist. What's our offensive coordinator's name? Oh
Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien. You get him to assist Bill O'Brien. Their minds together. Let Bill Belichick run the defense because our defense has been, and everyone can agree, when fully healthy, we're a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
And
this year they've not been doing that.
No, they were injured. Then they just got
fully injured. All of our cornerbacks injured. Matthew Judon, D-line injured. We're gone. Whatever. And now I'm telling you, we are 1 or 2 offensive players away from being a mediocre offense with a great defense.
Yeah,
because our run game is good.
I don't think 1 or 2 because your O-line needs rebuilding.
But that's the thing. Our O-line is because our pass game is not working. They're flooding the box in our run game, and it's hard to run the ball.
No, but like you guys aren't protecting the passer. Okay. That's why Mac Jones got injured.
That's because we're also missing.
We're talking about this with Nishk because I have a lot to say about that.
But wait. There's one more thing I need to say. Right, we have a top 3 draft pick plus almost $60 million in cap. We need to sign a receiver, get Marvin Harrison. Simple.
So simple. Yeah,
I could do this.
We're talking about this later because I cannot deal with this right now.
What?
All I'm gonna say is the Belichick stuff.
Realistic.
The Belichick
doesn't want me to talk about.
Nah. I don't want you to talk about. I don't want you to talk about.
We'll give our picks real quick. Just run through the picks again. You know,
Patriots.
Do you actually think Patriots are gonna win this?
Yeah.
Okay. Me and Prem, the Giants fans literally think that.
And I don't want them.
I don't want the Giants to win.
I don't want us to win.
I'm a Giants fan, and I don't want them to win.
You think I want us to win too?
I'm rooting for the Patriots.
I want a top 3 draft pick.
I want a top 3 draft pick, bro.
I want
Marvin Harrison. I think we need Marvin Harrison.
The Giants will fuck it up. The Giants know how to ruin these things. They will mess it up.
I'm telling you right now.
No, people are saying Dabble's job's on the line, so I'm pretty sure he might he might.
No shot. That's the one good
dude,
thing we have.
There's too much riding on this
People
game.
don't know where to place the blame, bro. Like literally.
It's
blame
easy
Debo,
scapegoats. Regardless, it's gonna be the
God.
Patriots, guys. Like, let's just make it like easy and simple.
All right, whatever.
But
Should we?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, to wrap that up, even though I'm kind of mad right now. Hope you hope you guys had a great time watching our episode. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of our platforms: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and stay tuned for our next episode. Peace.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.